I just scratched my cuticle. Guys, I'm engaged. That is so crazy. Taylor ended up proposing to me in Fredericksburg, Texas. It's known for wine and a lot of vineyards, so he proposed at a vineyard out there. I have to give a huge shout out to our friends Justin and Sterling because they were super helpful in this process. I almost messed up the proposal. There were also times where I was not clocking things I should have. But basically just starting from the beginning, we were going out to San Antonio where his good friend Justin lives, and we were going out there to celebrate his birthday and his girlfriend Sterling's birthday. They both have birthdays close to each other, and so the plan was to go out there and celebrate their birthdays, which we've done that in the past, so I didn't think much of it. Apparently, the original plan was just to go out to San Antonio and kind of figure out something out there to do, and a few weeks before, maybe like 3 weeks before, Taylor texted me and said, hey, Justin wants to go out to Fredericksburg and go do a wine tasting at a vineyard to celebrate, which is fine with me. I've been to Fredericksburg before, Taylor hadn't, so I was just all around excited. I like wine, it sounded fun to me, and I was excited for Taylor and I to get to go there together and experience that, so all around I was excited. Fast forward to the weekend of, we actually stopped and picked up his brother, and his brother lives about, I guess it was almost 2 hours away from his friend, so we stopped on our way, and the guys actually stopped to play golf, him and his brother. Also, I didn't think much of his brother going with us because we're all really close in age and we hang out all the time together, so that's not like a weird thing for us to go and pick him up to go like enjoy the weekend. I was working remotely Friday, so I'm at his brother's place working, and Taylor and his brother are out at a golf course playing golf. I was kind of giving them a hard time saying, okay, but y'all, you know, just need to be done by this time because we've got to get out to San Antonio. You know, this weekend's all about their birthday. We need to make sure we're on time. And I'm kind of like, let's go, guys. Anyways, we go out there, and Friday night, like, everything's normal. We go out to a brewery with our friends, and that was great. Then we watched a scary movie, which I should say everyone in that friend group likes scary movies but me. I hate scary movies. I would be very happy if the rest of my life I never watched another scary movie ever again. I just don't have like peace of mind from it, and I can't disconnect from scary things easily. I just think about it nonstop for weeks. But I have now been in a situation where we're watching a scary movie with them several times. This was probably the third or fourth time this has happened, and it's more like I just go along with it because one, I'm less scared when others are with me, but two, everyone else is into the idea, so I'm like, fine, let's watch a scary movie. So watching the scary movie, I was freaked out. So the next morning we needed to leave by, I want to say like 9:30 a.m. to get out to Fredericksburg, and we had a reservation at a really nice vineyard out there. I told myself I was going to wake up early and get ready. Me, Taylor, and his brother were sharing one guest bathroom, so I wanted to, you know, go in there and get ready and then like get out of their way so they could also get ready, and I didn't want to slow people down. I didn't fall asleep till 4 in the morning, 4:30, because I would start falling asleep and then I'd remember a scary part from the movie and a few scenes where the main character is sleeping and then she wakes up and this guy's like standing over her bed staring at her. So I just kept thinking of that. Like every time I fall asleep, I would just think of what if someone's like standing over me right now, and it would freak me out and I'd wake up. So this is now Saturday. It's the morning of, I'm not aware that it's the morning of the day I'm being proposed to, but it did not start off well because I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep. Actually, more sleep than that. I went to bed at 4:30. My alarm was for 7:30. I didn't actually get up, I think, until 8:30, and I just kept hitting snooze because I was so tired. And even Taylor was like, hey, I thought you were getting up earlier. And I was like, So I jump in the shower. His hot water wasn't working just in the guest bathroom. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm spending forever trying to figure it out, thinking I'm just doing it wrong, or it just takes a while to heat up. No. So I took a freezing cold shower. That wasted a bunch of time. So I'm probably not even starting to get ready until 9 a.m. and we need to leave in 30 minutes. So I'm rushing to do my makeup. I end up not really doing my makeup the way I want, but just enough where if there's pictures and stuff at his thing, like it's fine. Blow dried my hair and then I wanted to put curls in it, but I was just taking way too long. And then I realized I remembered I had brought several outfits with me and I hadn't decided which one to wear yet. So I was like, whatever, my hair is just gonna have to be fine as is. So anyways, we go to this vineyard and so nice. I want to say it's called the Signor Vineyard. I'll put it up here on the screen, but it was really nice. And so we drive in and we had this whole room private tasting, and you know, Justin, his girlfriend Sterling, Taylor's brother, us, and Justin's parents are there. So I'm like, wow, they really go all out for birthdays. Love that for them. I'd say a normal wine tasting is about 4 glasses, maybe 5. This one was 8 tastings. So it was a long process, and we also had the charcuterie board, and of course we're like pacing ourselves through these tastings. So it was a good 2.5 hours that we were here, and it's like this whole private room and stuff. Well, the vineyard has several buildings on the property and you can walk around, and of course you can like see, like walk around parts of the vineyard and stuff like that. So everyone was like, let's just go walk around. And one thing that I didn't catch that I guess I should have was person I worked at the vineyard came over. He was like, hey, are we celebrating anything today? And everyone kind of paused a little bit, which I didn't really catch it. Later everyone was saying like, oh, I froze because I didn't want to like blurt out why we're actually there, because of course everyone there knows it's for this proposal. I didn't know that. You know, everyone just kind of hesitates, and then we're all like, oh, their birthdays and stuff. I should say too, after I've chatted with people after the proposal, that they plan to go to Fredericksburg when Taylor called them and was like, hey, is it okay if I do, like, I know it's your birthday, is it okay if I, well, it wasn't either their like actual day of their birthdays, but still the celebration. So he's like, hey, I know we're celebrating your birthday that weekend, would it be okay if I did this? And they actually talked about a few locations around San Antonio that it could be done, and then Sterling suggested Fredericksburg. Thank you, Sterling. So the whole reason we were out there was actually for this proposal, but I don't know that. I just think like, oh yeah, I've heard Justin talk about wine before, like I could see him wanting to do that for his birthday festivity. So yeah, not clocking it. They're asking what's the occasion. Everyone kind of buffers a little bit, then says it's their birthdays. And then there were also several people there who were saying they don't like wine. I remember Sterling was saying she likes some of the wines, but she's pretty picky about them, and she didn't love all the ones in the tasting, and she likes the sweeter wine. So I remember being a little confused of like, okay, well this is also for her birthday, but so why would she want to do this? But then I was like, maybe she's just so go with the flow, like if it's what Justin wants to do, like she was indifferent. But then Justin's dad was saying he didn't necessarily love wine either, but he was enjoying the wine that day. So I was like, interesting that you guys also agreed to come to this. And then Taylor's brother is like, I don't really drink wine, so I'm like, this is all new for me. So I'm just a little confused. I'm like, so many people are here at this very fancy wine tasting, and it's a lot of wine, like 8 tastings. So, but even then it's not clicking for me. I was just like, wow, it's nice that these people all just want to hang out and, you know, have a good time together so much that they'd be willing to go to an activity that's not necessarily their favorite. Like that's the only thing I'm thinking for this. So anyways, all of that goes on. I'm not clocking anything. And then we go to walk around the property. It's so beautiful. We kind of walked around everywhere, and then he said we should get a picture. He was like, I thought over there looked nice. And again, I don't think much of this because we say all the time that we're so bad at getting photos, especially when we're dressed up. Like we need to be better at when we're actually in, you know, nice outfits, just getting a picture. What was supposed to happen, and this is where I messed it up, apparently this whole time my engagement ring is in Sterling's purse. She's had it in her purse for hours now at this wine tasting, like just across the table from me. So the plan was that Justin and Sterling Taylor was gonna take their photos first, and then when it would be our turn, Taylor would just hand Sterling the phone, and she would like very smoothly hand off the box from her purse as I'm like walking over. Well, since Taylor's the one that suggested we go take photos, I walk over and I just go stand there, and I'm like ready to go. And I'm like, all right, Taylor, let's go. And so he like walks over, but he was kind of buffering, being like, well, I don't have the ring, like I can't go over there right now. But luckily Sterling was, you know, trying to help out. So she already has my phone, and then she pulled out her other phone, or not her other phone, her phone. So there's 2 phones she's holding up, and she was like, which camera's better? Which is a normal question. And I just said, oh, well, which phone do you have? Because I was just going to tell her the one I have, and you know, whichever one's newer is probably the camera that's better. She was asking which one, and then she said, Taylor, come over here and tell me which one looks better. And that was the first thing that I thought was strange, but I just thought weird that you can't just tell from looking at it. But I quickly was like, I don't care. I could see her finger, she's like taking the photo, so I'm doing this, and I'm like, oh, solo shots at the vineyard, and I'm just full on posing. I start chatting with Justin's mom. I'm not seeing, I don't know if she reached in and gave him, or he's in her purse getting it, I have no idea, but I just didn't clock any of it. Taylor gets it and he walks back over, and he's standing next to me, which was actually pictures where you can, like looking back at them, I can see the box behind my back, like he has his hand behind my back and the box is just there. Oh, now the new issue is I have the wine glass in my hand still, and Taylor had put his wine glass down, and so Sterling says, do you want that in the picture? And like she's saying it in a way of like, no you don't, like it doesn't look good, kind of the tone. And I was like, oh yeah, it's fine, like we're at a vineyard. And she was like, well, it just looks kind of weird because Taylor doesn't have one. And then I was like, oh no, it's fine, like I really don't care. Like in my mind I'm thinking like, it's sweet that she cares so much, but I'm fine with whatever. She just walks up over to me and like grabs it out of my hand and goes, it just doesn't look good, and walks off with it and goes back to take my pictures. And at this point I'm still not clocking that this could be about a proposal. I was just like, I couldn't tell. I was like, wait, is she just really tipsy? But I remember she didn't drink a lot of her wine, so I was like, that's not it. And then I was like, she just must be, this is I think the first time she's really taken photos of us, so maybe this is how she is with photos. But it was intense. And so then I turned to Taylor and I was like, and I think there's a photo of that too, where I'm smiling and I'm like, what is going on? Which he might have thought I meant proposal. I'm literally just like, are you clocking this? What's going on with Sterling? Like, why does she care so much about our couple pic? Am I gonna have to do this for them? And Taylor was like, I don't know, and just brushes it off. And then he dropped down to one knee. And yeah, it was nice, short and sweet. And I was so shocked. And you can tell in the first couple of pics where he drops down, my hand had been behind him, you know, for the pose. And then when he drops down, my hand's still here because I'm like, now what's happening? Like, is he tying his shoe? Like, what's going on? And so then he's on one knee and my hand is still out because I'm like, what? So yeah, all around though, it was so sweet. My parents weren't there, which was a good call in that it would have given it away really quickly. And then of course, you know, we're talking to all our friends and family after. Everyone has been so sweet about our engagement. It's so nice seeing how many people are just genuinely rooting for you. I mean, I knew we had a ton of great friends and family around us, but just getting that, you know, all at one time, like all the positive and happy reactions is just amazing. Of course, marrying Taylor is going to be amazing, but also just the overflow of seeing how many supportive people we have in our life and just like genuinely good relationships. It's just been amazing. Shout out again to Justin and Sterling, not only for giving us some of your birthday celebration weekend for this, but also, you know, they're very supportive, helped plan it, helped execute it. All around great. It probably doesn't need to be said because you can tell from the story, but Sterling's definitely a girl's girl, looking out for me, like really making that moment perfect. The photos came out great. She also took some photos for us afterwards. Just all around a really, really great experience. Yeah, I'll come show you all the ring. So I had asked Taylor for I told him I wanted a pear-shaped diamond, and I wanted a solid gold band. Gold because I wear gold a lot, but also I wear my Aggie ring every day that's gold, so I'd like the matching of the gold. And Taylor knocked it out of the park. That's the story. I mean, maybe there's stuff I forgot. If you have any questions, definitely leave it down below. I am for sure planning to have a lot of wedding content on this channel, so I hope you guys are excited for it. Like, I already have the kits that I bought the bridesmaids to give them, and I'll show that in another video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this. Thank you so much for all the love and support that we've gotten through this milestone, and I really hope you guys are interested in seeing some future wedding content. So thank you for watching. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.